Hello Aries, this is Carrie from Celestial Forecasts with your love reading for the second half of December, and it's actually the last love forecast that I will be doing for 2022. So as I mentioned on the community tab, hopefully you were able to see that announcement. This time around I really wanted to do something pretty extensive, a little bit of a longer reading for the collective, just to be able to give you guys further insight and to certainly welcome in the brand new year, what those energies could be like as we prepare for the end of this one. So I'll be starting things off with this deck, the Golden Dahlia, and I've got a whole bunch of other decks that I'll be incorporating into this reading here today, Aries. So as always, it is a general reading, so take from it what makes sense for you personally, all right? So I wanted to first take a look at what are the energies surrounding your connection right now, whoever it is that you are thinking about, whether you guys are going through some struggles, some challenges, or for those of you who could be in separation at this point in time, for those of you as well who might be in a relationship and maybe things are going great, hopefully. So let's go ahead and take a look with this deck. So what are the energies surrounding you and your person, Aries? And you could also be cross-watching for an Aries, so Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Let's go ahead and take a look at that energy to get this reading started. Okay, so we're starting off with ego death, all right? So if somebody has really been tapped into that type of energy, this might actually be a good thing, that they're letting go of their ego-based, way of thinking, hopefully to be able to help heal the connection or even themselves. We do have sacred connection that's coming through here, which is a really nice image right there. Two people who feel very connected to each other, perhaps regardless of distance and time apart, or this person having worked on themselves because they really do consider you to be somebody that they would like to explore a relationship with. Look at this. We have healing and one last card. Look at that, new chapter. I really like the progression of these cards because besides what's going on here with this individual, it does seem here based off of the situation that there is healing that's needed. And towards the end of this reading, we'll look further into those healing messages. And a new chapter, a new beginning, perhaps, is what they are hoping for. All right, so let's go ahead and grab some tarot here. I'll start with my Celestial Cosmos Tarot deck, all right? Let me move these guys up. All right, let's see. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Aries. Focusing on the energy surrounding your connection right now. All right, so we do have the Queen of Swords representing the divine feminine. And the Queen of Swords is known to be a very no-nonsense type individual. And I feel this could be a masculine who really had to take a look at their own energy, their character, and again, that whole ego death reference right there. So you might have cut this masculine out of your life, divine feminine, until they were really able to address their own issues here. Okay, let's see. Look at these cards. We do have the Lovers card. So some of you guys could also be dealing with a Gemini here. Sacred connection, the deep love that two people share. Okay, feeling very drawn to one another. This is a card of chemistry, attraction. Okay, certainly the sexual chemistry there. And feeling so much love for you. And maybe that's a mutual feeling between the two of you. We do have the Nine of Cups. So in order for a particular wish to manifest between the two of you, Aries, there's healing that is needed first, but it can still become a part of the reality here if you guys can get onto the same page and have this new beginning. And look at the next card, guys. We've got the Fool. Okay, you could also be dealing with an Aquarian. So along with this new chapter, I feel it might actually fall on a masculine to take that leap of faith in order for a new beginning to happen between the masculine and the feminine. We do have the Seven of Cups. So maybe somebody had way too many options, too many choices, that they weren't really able to just hone in on one particular connection. But I feel through time and change and distance that they now feel that sacred connection to you. And I feel, Divine Feminine, this is a masculine who might have ended up hurting you, especially if they just couldn't decide what it is that they wanted between the two of you. Clearly with this Lovers card, they are at a point in their life where they are ready to make that choice. You are that choice. You are the person that they want. And this is clarifying here. And interestingly enough, this is an Aries reading. The Tower represents Aries energy. So this is confirming the separation between you and this person, and the lost foundation and the connection, as we can see right there. So this is an upheaval. This is something destructive. This is something chaotic that happened between the two of you. For some of you guys, it could have been infidelity, because sometimes the Seven of Cups and the Lovers card, that can represent third-party situations. So if that's the case, then something clearly happened here that separated the two of you. And I find it quite interesting as well that we have the Healing card right here, because the Tower can represent lessons that need to be learned, you know, after the dust settles from something like this, that type of experience, which is very painful. You know, usually when that dust settles, as I've mentioned, the healing can begin, lessons can be learned. Okay. We also have the Five of Pentacles here. So I can't help but feel that this could be a masculine feeling this way. You know, that insecurity, that lack mindset that we do see there. And the typical interpretation of the Five of Pentacles is somebody who has been left out in the cold. And then when we have cards like the Queen of Swords representing the feminine, I can't help but feel that we have a feminine who decided to take matters into their own hands and maybe starting fresh, starting over in your own life, Divine Feminines, leaving this masculine to feel very insecure about the state of the situation between the two of you. But there is clearly this energy of wanting to start again, to be able to take action, to make something happen here. Okay, Seven of Wands is clarifying that this was a challenge. There was something that created this Tower moment. Okay, and as we can see here with the keywords in the upright, challenge and competition. So that competition might have something to do with love rivals and people that really were more of a negative influence in the connection rather than a good one. Okay. We also have the Four of Wands. So this could be a twin flame connection. That could be what this sacred union, sacred connection card is talking about. Despite the fact that you guys might not be together at this point in time, that magnetic pull, it's still there, you know. This can represent a reunion right here, a reason to celebrate something. And certainly we're in the holiday season, so there's lots of celebrations, a lot to be grateful for and thankful for. You know, it's a very happy time of year typically, but for some folks it can be a little bit challenging, you know. And so right here, for those of you who are not with your person, whether it is twin flame, soulmate, or however way you see the connection, they certainly are feeling it. I am picking up more so a divine masculine who's really feeling the absence, Divine Feminine. They recognize here with the Six of Pentacles that there has to be that equal give and take, which is what this card is all about. You know, giving and receiving. It can't just fall on one person to do all of the work. You both have to be able to be equally invested in the connection so that it doesn't just fall on one person. Okay. Look at these cards. We have the Three of Wands. We have the Sun, Ten of Pentacles, the Star. I mean, all of these cards look great. Okay. Focusing on the future that you guys can have together. but it really does require both individuals to be on board, okay? The sun representing that happiness, regardless of the energy that the tower brings forward. I mean, look at the, you know, that heavy type vibe that we get from that destruction of a relationship, the foundation. You can find happiness again. So it really depends on how you see this, Aries, because it could simply be that this new chapter that we see right there, okay, it's you starting fresh, starting over in your life. And some of you guys might be completely content starting over on your own, not necessarily needing anybody in particular, you know, just being single and enjoying your life. It could be that as well. But we do see the possibility of a reunion here for those of you who are apart and missing each other and would like to give it a second chance. It could very well be that that wish can manifest. So not only do we have the Nine of Cups coming through, we also have the Star representing that wish that can come true. It can become part of the reality. Ten of Pentacles could be referencing your finances at this time as well, Aries, okay? But in a love connection, the way I see this, it's always two people who are very compatible, who can share a life together, have a home together, you know, finances, love, it all comes together here, a solid foundation as we can see. So even though the tower represents the lost foundation, with the right person, Aries, you can rebuild, okay, that strong foundation in your life. And that could pertain to your work life, of course, but this can also have something to do with your home life, family life, and your romantic connections, okay? Bottom of the deck, we do have the Three of Cups, which is an indication, once again, of a reunion of some sort. That reunion could also be family or friendship, you know, people that you haven't seen in a while. And maybe this holiday season, second half of December, is when you can reconnect with people. But this could also be talking about those who are romantically linked, who are in separation, and find a way to revisit the relationship and come back either into union or are able to get the conversation flowing again. Okay, so that is the current energy that's coming through there. All right, so let's go ahead and grab some messages focused on the individual that you are thinking about here. And what aren't they telling you right now? So I'll be pulling from the Untold Truths of the Heart Oracle by Aqua Moonlight. For Aries, angels and spirit guides, please. What are they not telling you at this time? Or maybe what are they too afraid to open up to you about? All right, let's see. Angels and spirit guides, please. What do we need to know at this time? We have loyalty, dedication, trust, reliability. We also have clinging, holding on, obsessing, watching. And then we have longing, aching, pining, past love. So this seems to be a past love or an ex, somebody that you are in separation from. We did see that, especially with the Tower card. And perhaps what was lacking was their dedication towards the relationship. If there were third parties, if there was a love triangle influence there, that you couldn't rely on them. But this person, as we can possibly see here, if they're holding on to you somehow, they haven't detached. They haven't detached in their heart space. And you could, of course, relate to any of these. Maybe you're finding it very difficult to release someone from your life. You know, you guys could already be in separation, but it's a lot harder to let go in the heart space. Okay, so someone's aching, someone really hurts over the fact that you guys are in separation. They're longing for you. Maybe you guys are longing for each other. All right, so let's go ahead and grab some tarot tied into that now. So I'll be pulling from my Illuminated Star Tarot. This is volume 2. It's not for sale at the moment in my deck shop because I'm revising it, but it will be hopefully by early part of next year. All right, let's see. Angels and spirit guides, please. Focusing on Aries. What aren't they telling you right now? Is that they're still holding on to you, that they still miss you. They're still thinking about you. And maybe they are recognizing the fact that they just didn't give it their all, you know. So we've got the Knight of Cups right here. Look at this, followed by the Queen of Swords. This is confirmation for me, perhaps, Divine Feminine. You cut this masculine out of your life because, you know, again, they did something to either ruin the partnership. We have this Tower moment for a reason, you know. And going back to the cards that we've already seen, that's the second time that we've got the Queen of Swords popping up. All right, so those clear boundaries that you have set up in order to perhaps keep this person at a distance because they couldn't offer you that loyalty, you know, but they do recognize this within themselves. They miss being able to be with you romantically here. Look at this. We have the Wheel of Fortune. We've got the Ten of Pentacles popping up again. But they really are stuck in their head about this. Okay, they're not sharing this with you. They're not telling you these things because in a way it's kind of torturing them to be longing for you, knowing full well that they ruined things perhaps and their past actions created distance here. And what they're wanting more than anything is to have a second chance with you. Okay, they could be checking you out on social media and they still see you as somebody that they would love to be able to connect with. Okay, they're really hoping that things can turn around here. Maybe in the meantime, during this time apart with that Ten of Pentacles, they're working on being able to be more stable in their life. Perhaps career-wise, they're doing great. They're a lot more financially secure. But what's keeping them in this Eight of Swords type energy is feeling imprisoned by their own thoughts. It's a very mental space here. They're torturing themselves. That's just what I'm getting because of past actions and behaviors that contributed to that Tower moment. And Divine Feminine, you're coming in with the energy of the High Priestess. So I can't help but feel that intuitively anyway, you're picking up off of your Divine Masculine's thoughts. You guys could certainly be connecting in the 5D telepathically. You know, when they think of you, I feel you might even be thinking of them at the same time, even though you might have cut them out. It could have also been a mutual decision for you guys to go your own separate ways, but somebody clearly regrets it here that you guys are not together because it actually hurts their heart when they think of you and you're not there with them. There is a separation here. Okay, so let's move on to the next section and see what else we can pick up here, guys. All right, so that's what's coming through, what they're not telling you. So what would they change if they had the opportunity to change things here? Okay, so let's grab some insight tied into that. What is it that they would change? So I'll go ahead and pull from the Pining Rose Love Oracle. This is by Calico Moon. Angels and spirit guides, please. Focusing on Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, and of course for our cross watchers. So what would they change if they could? Angels and spirit guides, please. We already have an idea, of course, on what it is that they would change. We have fate, you know, there's that destiny, that Wheel of Fortune type energy, okay? Look at this, we have patience, we have I'm sorry. They really do want to come forward with an apology, perhaps. We have alone, okay? They're feeling isolated away from you. Check this out. And then we have lies. So if any of these make sense to you in your situation, Aries, it clearly is an indication that they have so many regrets. They're feeling very alone without you. They weren't always open and honest with you. I feel they struggle a bit having patience because they want to be able to fix this already. They still consider you to be that type of individual that they'd love to be able to reconnect with. They feel most alone, especially when they think about you. Some of you guys could have already been married but went into separation. This always reminds me of a wedding band right there. You know, so this is basically what they would love to change. They regret having lied to you. They regret some of their past actions, which is why they're now feeling alone. They would really prefer to be with you at this point in time and to possibly be with you forever. You know, they've got a lot of regrets here. And maybe at one point in time, they just failed to recognize that you guys had the capability for forever. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab some tarot. I'll be pulling from my Luna Tarot deck here. So they don't want to be alone, but that's the reality for some. They did lie to you. They weren't truthful. They created a tower moment here. Okay. All right. So what would they change if they could? We see so much here. Guys, look at this. We've got the Queen of Swords popping up for a third time. So I can't help but feel Divine Feminine with no uncertainty in how this is coming through, that you probably did cut out a masculine from your life. Okay, and now they're coming through to apologize for what they've done and clarifying here that they lied to you. They were perhaps hiding things from you or sneaking around. We don't just get a tower moment for nothing. You know, it happened for a reason. We do have the Nine of Cups, so that wish can still manifest. Perhaps if it's not a reconciliation, then it could just be closure, or it could just be a conversation that needs to happen, especially if they just want the opportunity to apologize for their actions. You know, it doesn't necessarily mean that you'll take them back, Divine Feminine, but of course you have the option to do so. Okay, let's see here. Look at this. We do have the Ace of Pentacles. So 2 cards of manifestation here. This, of course, represents a new beginning, a fresh start. They're sorry. Okay, we are focusing on what would they change if they could. What they would change is the reason behind this apology to begin with. What did they do? What did they say? You know, so this is ultimately what they're wanting. What they would love to change is to be able to have another opportunity to come your way. You know, just an apology, if nothing else. Look at this, guys. We've got that 10 of Pentacles popping up again. So wealth and affluence, we can't ignore that one. They could be quite successful in the business world. They could have their own business. They could have all the money in the world, but they don't have you. Okay, they have everything, but they don't have you, which is why they're feeling alone. Wow. We've got the Chariot as well. Some of you guys could be dealing with a Cancer, okay? So this is triumph, this is movement. That is what they would love to change, rather than having things be stagnant and in separation. What they would love to change is, first of all, to come towards you with the truth of what they're feeling, what they're hoping for, what they're wishing for, and to be able to create movement for you guys to see each other again. This is clarification here. Okay, we've got the Hierophant. We have the Empress, so Divine Feminine, here you are. We've got the Magician. We've got the Seven of Cups. Okay, so what I gather from this, Aries, is they're coming in with commitment. Okay, this is a masculine coming in to commit, or at least telling you that they would love a second chance to be able to commit to you, Divine Feminine, to be able to create a life with you. But that life can't happen unless the feminine is on board. And we do have the Magician here who can help you guys rekindle the partnership. But again, it falls on you two to be able to decide that together, if that's possible. We have the Seven of Cups here. So as many choices and tapping into each person's free will. You guys always have the prerogative to choose each other or not, you know, but at the end of the day, I feel we have a masculine here who wants to be able to choose you again, and certainly hoping, Divine Feminine, that you will give them another opportunity to return. We do have the Seven of Pentacles here, so they're not quite ready to give up on this. They don't want to give up on this. They're telling you, Divine Feminine, that they don't want to stop working towards a possible reunion, or at least to see you again, to apologize. But they also know that it really does come down to timing, and they really do need to be patient and wait for the right opportunity to come towards you. Because if they come at the wrong time, I have a feeling that you wouldn't be quite as open to interacting with this person because they hurt you. So Two of Swords clarifies that right now things just aren't moving. It's not going anywhere, you know, but they really want to with that Chariot. That represents a triumphant outcome here, but only if you can get onto the same page together. And then we have the Sun, okay? So happiness, it's there, but it really depends, Aries, on how that happiness is represented in your own heart. Would you be open to reconciling with this person? Would you be open to at least talking to them? You know, not necessarily, again, resulting in happily ever after, or for you guys to get back together if you're really not interested in that, but someone from your past feeling very alone because of something that they did, and they would love to be able to reconnect with you, you know? So that's what I'm feeling, because with that Queen of Swords and this Two of Swords, it is the Divine Feminine who cut out a masculine. That's why things just aren't moving right now. That's what's there. All right, so let's move on to the next section here. And hopefully this is making sense for you. All right, so their biggest wish before this year comes to an end. So let's see what that is. So I'm pulling from A Very Merry Christmas Oracle by Jennifer Aquarius Tarot. Their biggest wish before this year comes to an end. And of course, you could have your own wishes reflected in these cards. For Aries. All right. Their biggest wish before this year comes to an end. Season's greetings. They just want to be able to see you perhaps this holiday season. We do have anticipation. Now, for some of you guys, this individual might have already contacted you, but maybe you haven't responded. You know, maybe they're waiting to hear from you. Let's see what else. Their biggest wish before this year comes to an end. We do have travel that's reflected here, okay? We also have watching. Check this out. And then we have family reunions. Now, some of you guys could certainly have family reunions, but this person could have also been very close to your family. If it requires travel, then maybe you guys live quite a distance away from one another. This watching, we've seen that already, so I can't help but feel they might be checking you out from a distance, or more than likely on social media. So let's go ahead and grab some tarot. I'll be pulling from my Valentine Connection tarot. Angels and spirit guides, please. Their biggest wish before this year comes to an end is to see you, basically. That's the overall theme of what we're seeing here, to see you. Here we are again with the Seven of Cups, you see? Look at what's next. We have the Divine Masculine coming in as the Emperor. So why is this significant? Extremely significant for this reading is because the Emperor represents Aries specifically. So Divine Feminine, if your masculine represents Aries, they're waiting for something. They're waiting for you. They're possibly waiting to hear from you, or maybe some sort of sign to let them know that it's the right time, and ultimately really wanting to make different choices here. in order to bring you guys back together. That is what I'm feeling there. We've got our Wheel of Fortune coming through again. So interesting how we have travel right here, because things are changing with the Wheel of Fortune, okay? And this reference to travel, it simply indicates movement, similar to the Chariot, and traveling away from the past, traveling away from what might have created a Tower moment to begin with. So perhaps you guys are still destined to reconnect. We've already seen the Knight of Cups, possibly representing a divine masculine who could have water in their chart, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. So it's the masculine who's keeping tabs on you, divine feminine. They want to be able to romance you, okay? And look at this. Can't ignore this one. 5 of Pentacles. We've seen that already. So they're struggling for sure. You know, feeling left out of your life. And you could certainly be with family this holiday season, or just having reunions with loved ones. And, you know, maybe this person was a part of your tribe, your soul tribe, your family reunions, but now they're out. You know, they're feeling left out because they're no longer in your life. Wow. Look at this. We do have the 3 of Cups. We do have the 6 of Swords, okay? So this is a transition right there with that 6 of Swords. It is leaving something or someone behind. It's moving on. So Aries, you know, it really depends on your own interpretation of how this is coming through. What are you leaving behind? Is it the past? Is it this person? Is it you just really wanting a new chapter in your life, which we saw earlier? And of course, the holiday season, you know, the second half of the month, we've got a lot of celebrations that are coming through here. This could be a new beginning for you, brand new year, brand new you, brand new beginning in life and love, perhaps, okay? And so if you really are relating to this, you're just wanting something new, perhaps, you know, wanting things to turn around in your life. So if you're not wanting to reconnect with someone from your past, somebody that you might have experienced a Tower moment with, this is you welcoming in new energy and being able to just spend time with your friends, you know, going out to dinner, having some drinks, celebrating an occasion, whatever it is. This is you just enjoying life, I feel. And things clearly are turning around. But check this out, guys. This is the next card. We've got the Empress. So remember, okay, here's our Emperor right here. You guys are divine counterparts. So divine masculine, divine feminine. You guys could perhaps have marriage somewhere down the line, have a family together, blended families for some, okay? Look at this. We've got the 10 of Cups. So we've got families coming through here, as well as marriage and just happy times. But we also have reunions that are popping up here. And then we have the Ace of Wands, which is a new beginning once again. So we've got a lot of potential that's coming through here for you, Aries. It looks really good as far as what is in front of you, what is ahead of you as this year comes to an end and you welcome in 2023. That looks pretty promising as far as what it is that you have the capability to attract, especially in love and romance. You know, you guys coming through together, Emperor and Empress, and then we've got cards like the 10 of Cups. I mean, that's a really awesome combination. This is divine love, as we can see right there. So the capability for happiness, it's presenting itself in this reading for you. So despite some of the challenges that you might have endured this year of 2022, it does seem here that early part of next year could be a very happy one for you, or at least to get the ball rolling to allow you to find a new love perhaps, or a new beginning in love with the person that's in your heart. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and grab some musical messages here, guys. All right. So I wanted to use my Heart Songs deck. All right. So let's grab some songs. And if you're not familiar with the songs that come through, hopefully you'll be able to relate to the lyrics here. Okay, for Aries. Okay. Oh, look at this. Just to hold you once again. So I don't know if you guys are familiar with this song. It's from Carrie. And it's one of those songs where it was definitely a part of her album, but it didn't get a whole lot of radio airtime. But it's such a beautiful song. So I'll talk about that in a second. The card after that is Without You by Harry Nilsson. Also, interestingly enough, covered by Mariah. And this one, so this was actually taken from an old movie. It was a rendition, or it was taken off of a Cinderella type story. It was called The Slipper and the Rose. Absolutely beautiful movie that was starring Richard Chamberlain, for those of you who are familiar with him. And so all of these songs, really, it's tied into two people who are in separation, who are not together. It really totally matches what the messages came through here as far as your reading, Aries. Okay, so let's get into it. Just to hold you once again, do you know how it feels lying here without you, baby? You could never understand what's happening to me. So alone. And remember, we saw the reference to alone earlier. So alone, nothing's real. I just dream about you, baby, and forever wonder why you had to break free. Even though you're not my lover, even though you're not my friend, I would give my all to have you here. So basically, after having experienced that tower moment, you know, it's like at this point, you guys aren't anything to each other. You know, you guys aren't lovers. You're not friends anymore. You're not talking anymore. You're not interacting. But what this person is telling you is that life without you, it just hasn't been the same, you know? And they would want nothing more than to be able to see you again, to hold you once again. Beautiful song. But it, you know, it's also one of those songs where if you're just in the right mind frame, having experienced tower moments and heartbreak and something very difficult, I mean, when I was going through stuff like that, I would just start bawling. It was just ridiculous, but it's a beautiful song. And then Without You. No, I can't forget tomorrow when I think of all my sorrow, when I had you there, but then I let you go. And now it's only fair that I should let you know what you should know. I can't live if living is without you. So it really goes together, okay? And now moving on to this one, it's called I Can't Forget the Melody. So again, it's from The Slipper and the Rose, and it was sung by an actress named Gemma Craven. Beautiful voice. So this is a part of the lyrics from that song. Although our song is through, the love we shared, the dream we dared was just a prayer that can't come true. I tried to stop remembering, but till the day I die, within my memory will live the melody of the song that was you and me. Although our song is through, I can't stop loving you. So there could also be a particular song that you guys love to listen to, or maybe this person dedicated a song to you, or you guys dedicated songs to each other, but they're basically telling you they're never going to forget you no matter what. No matter where life takes you both, you will forever be ingrained in their heart space, and they will hold on to those memories for the rest of their lives. That's what's going on there, you know? So hopefully you will be able to relate to that. All right, guys, so moving on to the next section. Where is that deck? All right, so I wanted to grab some healing messages for the collective. And all the decks that you see here, guys, I will link them down below, of course. So some healing messages for Aries, please. Angels and spirit guides. Oops, look at that. We have forgiveness. So remember, guys, going back to this card that we saw earlier, I'm sorry. And perhaps, Aries, this is finally you helping to heal yourself and your heart, being able to forgive. And again, that doesn't necessarily mean that you're open to allowing this person back in, unless, of course, you are. Because for some of you guys, I feel you would be open to reconciliation, but not everyone. You know, some of you guys just want to be able to move forward or to be able to find love elsewhere, and that's okay. But to be able to forgive, it's really a gift that you offer yourself so that you're not holding on to what happened in the past. It doesn't turn into unnecessary baggage that weighs on you as the years unfold, you know? So be able to forgive, it's truly something that helps the person who is able to forgive. But it also, of course, helps the other person. All right, so it's a win-win situation. All right, so let's see what else coming through. Healing messages for Aries. Angels and spirit guides, please. We have support, okay? Support can come from your friends. It can certainly come from family, all right? But this type of support, it could also come from your angel guides. It can come from your spirit guides. It could come from the universe, people in your life that are always there for you no matter what. So you do have that amazing support system. Hopefully you know that. Let's grab another healing message. And to be able to forgive is absolutely healing for the heart. Archangel Michael is also here watching out for you, blessing you at this point in time. So that's a beautiful blessing right there. Let's grab one more healing card from your angel guides, Aries. Look how beautiful this is, guys. We have an answered prayer. So if you are one to turn to prayer, maybe there's something that you really have been, you know, focusing on and praying about, whether it had anything to do or has anything to do with a romantic partnership. It could be health related. It could be job related, finance related, whatever it is. You know, it does seem that your prayers have been heard and your prayers will be answered. Okay, so that's what's coming through there. Hopefully that makes sense. So let's go ahead and clarify with some tarot. I'll be pulling from my TANIELU tarot. Angels and spirit guides, please. For Aries. What else do we need to know, please? So we do have the High Priestess, so Divine Feminine. You know, of course, it comes down to your intuitive nature as far as the opportunity to forgive someone or a situation here. We do have the Six of Cups. We do have the Seven of Swords. So to be able to forgive someone for hurting you through infidelity, deception, cheating, could have been a childhood sweetheart. If not, this is someone from your past that simply wants the opportunity to come into your life, perhaps apologize as we have seen, and really desiring to reconnect with you, whether that ends up being a reunion or just being able to find closure. Okay, let's see what else here. And then we do have the Three of Cups, which we've seen already. It's a very celebratory type mood, okay? And we do have a Divine Masculine coming in as the King of Cups. So Divine Feminine, if what you have prayed about is a masculine whose heart is now fully open to loving you, at least taking a look at the situation and ready to offer their cup of love to you. So if there was infidelity, and if this is one and the same person, maybe they've learned a whole lot of lessons here, or they've grown up. They're no longer the same type of individual that created that tower. All right, so your prayers will hopefully be able to manifest itself in the 3D second half of the month. Okay, so be open to that. So this is someone who really is dedicated and devoted to the connection. Either this is someone from your past who returns as a much better version of themselves, or it's somebody completely brand new. So if you're looking for love, and if you're looking for love with somebody completely brand new, as I've mentioned, could be that King of Cups that comes in. How many times, guys, can we see the Queen of Swords here? So the Divine Feminine is not playing. Okay, we've got clear boundaries that we keep seeing when it comes to the feminine. And so I feel for some of you anyway, that you might get to a point where you can forgive, but you're also coming in with this energy of the Queen of Swords, who is not afraid to be independent and to be able to cut someone out that doesn't deserve to be a part of the feminine's life anymore. Okay, and just preparing yourself, Divine Feminine, for new chapters and new beginnings, possibly with this King of Cups, who really has the capability to love you the way someone from your past might not have been able to. Okay, so we've already seen the Seven of Pentacles earlier. This is our wait and see card in tarot. So what has not developed, what has not presented itself in your life so far, it will eventually surface. So hang tight and just have some patience there, okay? Let's see what else. Yeah, this is clarifying the heartbreak that needs time to heal, okay? And this, again, could be clarifying, going back to this cheating card with the Seven of Swords, love triangles and third parties, okay? So the Divine Feminine is holding firm that if that's what you've experienced, you're not going to take this person back. So the answered prayer here could be either you've already found somebody new, or you've moved on to a better relationship and you're in a much better place, or you will be, or somebody has rehabilitated their behavior and coming towards you as a much better person to be able to have a second chance, okay? And then we have the Nine of Cups. So a wish will come true. A prayer will be answered. Wow. That's pretty intense. Here we are again with the Tower, guys. So especially for my feminines, you already know what this feels like. Obviously, the masculine does as well. So lessons learned, being able to avoid this disastrous type of separation and relationship. This might, again, have something to do with twin flames, but there are possible reunions here. There's possibility for celebration of a future marriage as well. Lovers, love choices. So the theme I feel for your reading, Aries, part of it anyway, is to be able to make different choices, better choices, certainly when it comes to your love life. And lastly, we have the Four of Swords, clarifying the need to heal, clarifying the need to recuperate from something like this. It was not easy, but there again is a lesson tied into this whole experience. So this is time to perhaps spend on your own. Be single if you're not interested in finding love at this point in time. But when you are ready, you'll be in a much better place, I feel. Makes sense considering we have the star right here. So there are wishes that can come true. We see that here. But this is also a card of self-care and self-love in the meantime. All right, Aries, so I hope that makes sense there for you. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and grab some angel numbers that could be significant for you for the second half of December. Okay. So I'm pulling from the Twin Flame Angel Numbers deck by Mystic Moon. Angels and spirit guides, please, what are the angel numbers for Aries at this time? We have 232, romance yourself as a way of attracting more of this energy into your life. Absolutely. You know, give to yourself. Focus on you for a change. Self-love, self-care. That makes sense. Okay. Let's see what else. What other angel numbers are significant for you, Aries? We have 2333. The intensity of this connection may stir up fear in someone. A runner-chaser dynamic may form, which kind of makes sense considering what we have seen here. Okay, so take that if it applies. Let's grab maybe a couple more here. We have 717. An encounter with your twin flame could be on the horizon. I do feel that for some of you, considering the twin flame references that we have seen in this reading. So you guys will connect sooner rather than later. And bottom of the deck, look at this. We've got 999, mastery of self-love has been obtained in preparation for union. Pretty much what I was saying. You guys have to be able to focus on yourselves, your own healing, you know, being able to love yourself enough to make good decisions, and the other person has to be on board with that as well. So if you guys can actually put in the work individually, that might ultimately bring you guys back together. Those actions that you take upon yourself, it is preparing you for a possible union. So I really love how that's coming through. All right, guys, so let's wrap up your reading here, Aries, with some angel blessings. So I wanted to use this deck, the Intuit Angel Oracle, and I absolutely am horrible at pronouncing the angel names. I apologize in advance. So many angels, and some of the names are really complicated. All right, so let's grab some angel blessings for you. For Aries, to wrap up your love forecast for the year, really, before we welcome in 2023. And thank you once again, guys, for all the support, all the love on my channel. We appreciate it so much. And for those who have taken the time to interact with us on the live streams, we really appreciate it. All right, so let's grab some angel blessings here. Phanuel, okay, the angel of hope and peace, fights evil, light wins, powerful force, break free, confidence, faith, and trust. The number 43 could also be significant for some of you. So it says, I ignite the power of hope in your heart to help you gain victory over evil in order to establish peace in your life. The tiger eye is the stone for this card. Timeless energy there, so maybe it comes down to divine timing as well. And we have a yes answer here, so take any part of that that makes sense for you. Okay, so let's grab a couple more here, a couple more angel blessings here. We have Azrael, angel of everlasting life. We have the number 18 as well. AIDS transition, acceptance, crossing over, comforter, transforms emotional pain. During transition, separation, and loss, I give comfort and support. I also help you contact loved ones who pass. So if that's something that you're focused on, Angel Azrael is here to assist with that. Okay, we do have calcite here. And the time frame for this particular card is a year or more. And then we do have a no answer here. So take, again, any part of that that makes sense for you, especially if you're focused on a loved one that has passed on. Okay? And one final angel message for Aries. Okay, so number 44 here. Seraphiel, archangel of the resurrection, fire of purification, holiness, truth, and love, increases faith, overcoming addiction. I burn up blocks to ascension and turn the energy of negative emotions into productive actions you can take. We have Amber, very soon is the time frame there, and it says ask for help. Somebody could also be dealing with addictions at this point in time. All right. And hopefully to be able to overcome that, Angel or Archangel Seraphiel is here to assist with that. Okay. So take any part of these blessings through these angel messages, guys, that are really speaking to you at this point in time. And hopefully there was something in this reading that you were able to relate to. All right, guys, so that's it for now. Thank you so very much for your time and for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this reading, this longer format. I really just wanted to offer each zodiac the opportunity to have some extensive guidance aside from the shorter love forecasts that I typically upload the first and second half of the month. So since this is the last love forecast for the year. I really wanted to do something special just to be able to thank you guys. All right, so I'll wrap it up here, and I wish you guys the very best, and I'll see you next time. Take care.